The disintegration of the West. What is the breaking point? The common end of a civilization is conquest by a contemporary culture. The British Empire collapsed when the British were bankrupted by the two world wars and they had to accept American leadership. Two civilizations have resisted Western individualism: China and Islam. China is an ancient civilization. The attempt by Mao to have a great cultural revolution failed. With an official atheism and a popular Buddhism, many people in the West find its religion quite comfortable. It could be a smooth transition of power like Britain and the United States, or it could be a major conflict like World War I. Islam is also an ancient civilization. The Persians are said to be quite civilized. We experience Islam as barbarian war bands, but it was the barbarian war bands that replaced the Western Roman Empire. The monotheism of Islam fits with the other monotheistic religions, but it has traditionally favored military conquest. The collapse of the United States. An empire collapses when it loses control of its vassal states. This is usually the result of an internal collapse. The rich buy the government and use it to oppress the people. The people then turn to a dictator to save them. National Socialism. Current political alternatives. The neoliberalism of Joe Biden, which seeks to rebuild 19th century social structures of immense wealth surrounded by destitution, by using the capitalist corporation and the free market. Greater repression will be used in order to preserve the empire, resulting in continuing oppression and disintegration. National Socialism. Donald Trump. It is a patriotic, racist, working-class cult of personality. It means the end of the democracy and the establishment of a police state. Democratic Socialism of Bernie Sanders compensates for the inequality of the capitalist system with a variety of programs, but it continues to support the economic growth that is destroying our environment. The environmental problems will become overwhelming. How is the crisis an opportunity for change? The system has failed. There is an anomaly or an antithesis. The decision makers will look to the things that have worked for them in the past, and when they fail, they will try harder. More force will be applied. They will exhort everybody to try harder. When things continue to get worse, people look for an alternative. Crisis is an opportunity to present alternatives. Change requires an alternative. The failure of the West could be the source of a new but related civilization. Challenge and response. Thesis 1492. Problem: population. Solution: trade and industry, materialism, science. Result: exponential growth of population and productivity. Antithesis 1970. Problem: exponential growth of population and productivity, environmental catastrophes, horrendous inequality. The failed solution is trade and industry, materialism. The result is that the creative elite becomes a dominant elite, and the people lose faith in the elites, and the society begins to disintegrate. Synthesis, also called emergence. The solution: the alternative to materialism is holism. The alternative to materialism is holism. Holistic metaphysics recognizes the reality of both matter and ideas. Holistic ethics values social health more than individual wealth. Holism prefers the use of communication to the use of force. In a holistic regime, society would be seen as an organism, and the focus would be on the use of the state to ensure the health of the basic social functions. Why is systems theory the answer to our problems? Systems are holistic. The idea behind systems is that events are governed not by individual elements but by the organization of the whole, the system. Key to this is the Gestalt idea that it is the whole that gives meaning to the parts. It allows us to have an organic understanding of society rather than a mechanistic one. Organisms achieve coordinated action through communication. Where is their hope? Every problem is a decision waiting to be made. Every decision is an exercise in values clarification. Our hope is not in theories, but in our values. It is the appeal to core values that motivates people to change. Liberalism is the morality of the merchant class. The commercial morality is a virtuous way to be a successful merchant and entails many positive virtues. Be efficient, be thrifty, be industrious, respect contracts. But the goal of a commercial transaction is to make a profit. What's in it for me? When ruling the state, the commercial morality is fundamentally corrupt. For the citizen of a democracy, the fundamental question is, what is the best decision for the community? Holistic morality. We are members of a larger reality, and we are responsible to and for that reality. The citizen morality. The mark of the citizen is responsibility for the community. Trump's fundamental appeal is to patriotism. Make America great again. Environmental morality. The citizen morality is not enough. The problems we are facing are global problems. We are members and agents in the world ecosystem. Organic morality. Listen to nature. Have a sense of belonging and responsibility for all life on earth. A commitment to global government. To preserve the health of the land. The purpose of technology is to harmonize with our environment, not control it. Religious morality. The transition to a new culture is a religious process. Only a religion has the social power necessary to form a new culture. China has the most comfortable fit with the liberal atheism of the West, but the most enthusiasm is found in the Islamic revival. I wouldn't want to live in a Chinese empire or in an Islamic warband. I, of course, believe that only a revival of Christian faith has any hope for building a better culture. Christian morality. There is a transcendent reality that we belong to and that we are all responsible to. Our hope is in the Lord God who made heaven and earth. On the judgment day, the day of the Lord, God will take out of you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh, and people will love God and love their neighbor. The enmity between the nations will turn to friendship, neither will they learn war anymore. Our primary purpose is to glorify God and to enjoy God forever. Of course, the prophets were only believed after their prophecies of doom came true. Although there is nothing we can do to save Western civilization, we can sow the seeds of a better civilization.